Hey race fans, it's race day, top 5 with me, Frank 5. Road course racing. What's not to love about it? You go left and right, and there's a lot of different strategies between pit stops. How many stops we're going to do it? Is it 2, 3, 4, 5? If something happens dramatically, road course ringers at their best, and a guy who won it 5 years ago in the final year of his career at Michael Waltrip Racing before controversy struck at Richmond, got a little payback for that Sonoma win 5 years ago today. Number 1, Martin Truex Jr., who is the defending Cup champion and has been on a tear lately as far as getting consistent and being competitive with the top 2 drivers in the sport right now, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. Captured yesterday's Toyota SaveMart 350 at Sonoma Raceway in wine country and is literally putting himself into a position where he could possibly go back-to-back championships, be the first driver to do that since Jimmy Johnson when he won 5 in a row from 2006 to 2010. Truex had literally one of the best cars. I mean, to the other guy that I'm going to bring up pretty soon. But, beginning of his career, we never really classified Truex as a road course racer. I mean, he won an Xfinity race in Mexico City in 2005, but that was during DEI. That was before his career began in Cup. But, his first trip to Sonoma in 2006, he finished in the top 20, so that was a pretty good result for the guy at the time. And then as the years went by, he kind of was good at road course racing. We just didn't really think about, how good of a road course racer is. I mean, Truex did eventually win the 2013 race at Sonoma. Then he won Watkins Glen last year. And yesterday, he did a remarkable job keeping up with some track position. As a matter of fact, he had a little bit of a trick up his sleeve. Well, crew chief Cole Pearn had a trick up his sleeve. So, in the middle of green flag pit stops in the final stage of the race, they told Martin Truex Jr. to come to pit road at the same time as the Stewart-Haas cars of Harvick and Boyer, and then he quickly said, don't pit. So, it probably was a little, opposite day, or like a late April Fool's joke. Pit, don't pit. You got to, listen to your crew chief. And boy, was that don't pit call right, because he was the latest one on the fresh tires after pit stops, and he passed the leaders like crazy. And Truex just taking his championship, back-to-back mode in the right direction as he kept it over Kevin Harvick, Clint Bowyer, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch. Number 2, the Stewart-Haas cars. Obviously, we've talked about Kevin Harvick and how strong he is everywhere we go, especially road course racing. He's the defending winner of this race. We all know how good of a road course racer Clint Bowyer is. Of course, he finished, second to Kevin Harvick last year, and he won the 2012 race for MWR. They had a good run yesterday. Obviously, Kevin Harvick was second, Clint Bowyer's third. But we saw Kurt Busch obviously up front, and he's a good road course racer. He won here in 2011, and he finished 6th yesterday. Eric Almirola, since the move to Stewart-Haas, has improved himself not only just on other tracks, but road course racing really helped him. Plus, he ran the K&N race the day before and pulled off a second-place finish. And yesterday, he finished inside the top 10. I think it was like 8th or 9th, but it was a good result for Eric Almirola. It would have been a great year for the whole Stewart-Haas organization, Almirola in particular. Stewart-Haas Racing, including Tony Stewart and Gene Haas, sound pretty confident like they're going to win a championship this year. Probably just driver and owners trying all at the same time. Number 3, Ryan Blaney, who is currently doesn't have a win yet this year, even though he's been pretty strong. Had a rough day yesterday. I mean, he started off the race strong, and then final stage, he went backwards. Why? He lost power steering, meaning he had to manhandle that car. I mean, yeah, you have to manhandle your car on road courses, but without power steering, oh my gosh, your legs are going to feel like jelly after the race. I mean, he was having a handful just keeping it together. I mean, he finished the race, but multiple laps down and lost a couple points, and not the best result. But, Blaney's been a good road course racer. I mean, he got a top 10 a year ago in this race, so tough to see him be like that. I'm pretty sure he's relaxing in an ice bath, still after, all that work with his hands. But I'm sure his dad, Dave Blaney, would be proud that he put his dirt racing skills with using the arms to the test with no power steering. Number 4, AJ Allmendinger, who is classified as one of our top-tier road course racers, knew coming into Sonoma that he probably had a car to win to get into the playoffs. I mean, road course racing and restrictor plate racing are basically, and even Martinsville, are AJ Allmendinger's bread and butter right now, and especially, to win, you got to make the playoffs, and those tracks obviously favor him. Well, he won Stage 1 yesterday. Stage 2 ended his day. So, coming past the start-finish line, a few laps into Stage 2, he missed a shift, and guess what? Killed the motor, and he blamed it on himself. I mean, listen, I didn't want Allmendinger to win the race, guys, because Allmendinger is a good guy, but, he's driving for not a good team. So, and I don't really have him on my playoff grid this year to make the playoffs. So, I feel bad for the guy, but then again, that takes out a threat to win the race. I feel bad for the guy, though. I mean, because it's on him. You make a mistake, it's mostly on the driver. If it's in the car, It's on the driver. It can't be on the team. Finally, number 5, Chase Elliott. I would have never given a plug nickel for a top 5 finish for Chase Elliott. I mean, yeah, he got a top 10 last year, but obviously that was his second year for road course racing, especially at a track. Sonoma was his second try. This is his third year. And all weekend long, we were fast. We were absolutely amazing. We were top 5 and qualified. We qualified third, kept a track position, and put off a solid top 5 run and gained points for 65 points over the cut line. The Chevys, including Chase Elliott, are moving in the right direction, and I cannot wait for the rest of this season. So, road course racing is up. Up next is Chicagoland. Fox Sports is done for the season. So, Jeff, Daryl, Mike, Joy, thank you guys for a great season. Up next Sunday, NBC, which, folks, that means Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to be in the booth, and I can't wait to hear him, and I'm so excited. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Congrats to Truex, and I'll see you all next week at Chicagoland after hearing Dale Earnhardt Jr. make his broadcast debut. I can't wait. I hope all of you are excited as much as I am. Let's go get him.